All right, here we go. Account for. To explain the reason or cause of something. To account for. Can you account for the missing funds in the budget? The auditor asked them to account for the discrepancies in the financial report. Can you account for the sudden drop in sales this quarter? Adhere to. To stick firmly to a rule, belief, or agreement. All employees must adhere to the company's code of conduct. Students are expected to adhere to the school's dress code. We must adhere to safety guidelines during the construction project. Okay, now we have agree on, to reach a mutual decision or consensus. An example, they finally agreed on the terms of the contract. Let's look at two more examples. The two parties agreed on a new timeline for the project. Another one, after hours of discussion, we agreed on the best approach to solve the issue. Okay, to argue about, to have a disagreement or dispute over something. So if you have family, friends, siblings, you sometimes probably argue about things. They often argue about minor issues. Maybe they're minor, maybe they're major, but you do argue about things every once in a while. Okay, let's look at two more examples. They argued about where to go on vacation for weeks. Again, they argued about where to go on vacation for weeks. Where do you want to go on vacation? I'd like to be somewhere warm right now, actually. It's pointless to argue about something as trivial as which movie to watch. Yes, could be trivial, but what you watch is also very important. Believe in. To have confidence or faith in something or someone. She believes in the power of education to transform lives. Two more examples. I believe in taking small steps toward big goals. Do you believe in the possibility of life on other planets? Aliens? I don't know. Do you guys believe? Care for. To care for. To look after or show concern for someone or something. If you care for somebody, you care for something. He cares for his elderly parents diligently. In this sense, he's taking care of them. Let's look at two more examples. She cares for stray animals in her neighborhood. Stray animals obviously do not have a home, so they're stray. Second example, nurses often work long hours to care for their patients. Very good on them. Very good. Oh, this is a good one. To deal with. So, to handle or manage a situation or problem. She knows how to deal with difficult customers effectively. Two more examples. The manager dealt with the complaint swiftly and professionally. How do you deal with stress at work? So how do you cope with the stress at work? To depend upon. So that means to rely on or trust someone or something. Depend upon. The success of the project depends upon teamwork. So in this situation, if these people work together as a team, the project will most likely be successful. Yay! So, two examples. The entire plan depends upon securing enough funding. So, if the plan gets some money, then the plan can move forward. Farmers depend upon favorable weather for a good harvest. So, if the weather's good, we'll have crops. Focus on. To concentrate attention or effort on something. So we need to focus on improving our customer service. So in this sense, we need to pay attention to our customer service and it will get better, hopefully. Let's focus on finding a solution instead of dwelling on the problem. The speaker focused on the importance of mental health in her talk. 2. Insist upon. To demand something firmly. He insisted upon receiving a written report. He insisted upon receiving a written report. So something that he wanted very badly. He wanted that written report on his desk by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Let's move on to the next one, lead to. So to cause a particular result or situation, poor planning can lead to project delays. So the project isn't going so well because you didn't plan so well. So the poor planning leads to project delays. A lack of communication often leads to misunderstandings. If you're not communicating enough, that could lead to, or what happens is, you'll have misunderstandings. Regular exercise can lead to better overall health. So if you exercise regularly, you'll be healthier. Object to express disapproval or disagreement. So, example, she objects to the new policy changes. Next example, the lawyer objected to the line of questioning in court. Your Honor, I object. Many residents object to the construction of a new highway in the area. More congestion, a lot of noise, could be dangerous. I get their point. Next one, opt for. To choose or decide on something. They decided to opt for a more sustainable approach. Two examples. We opted for a direct flight to save time, so you didn't have any layovers. That's nice and effective. She opted for a vegetarian dish at the restaurant, so no meat for her tonight. Pay for. So to give money in exchange for goods or services. You pay for your food, you pay for just about everything. So, one example, you need to pay for the ticket before boarding. So, you're probably boarding a train or you're boarding a plane. So, you are going to pay for that ticket before you get on that. Maybe a train here. Let's say a train or a bus. More for pay for. Did you remember to pay for the parking ticket? I can't believe you got another parking ticket. I always forget to pay my parking tickets, and then they double or triple in fees, right? So another one, I had to pay for the damages caused during the move. So somebody was moving houses or moving somewhere, and there were damages that incurred, and that person, I had to pay for those damages. To rely on, so to depend on with confidence. First example, you can always rely on her for support. What a good friend, right? She's always there, you can count on her, you can rely on her. She's there to help you out in times of need. Small businesses often rely on word of mouth marketing. So word of mouth marketing, those are basically people talking and discussing how cool that small business is. So everybody in the neighborhood goes to that small business, word of mouth. So you can rely on her expertise to get the job done. Result in, to cause something to happen. The heavy rain resulted in flooding in several areas. So we've seen lots of flooding recently. Let's look at two more examples. Poor maintenance can result in costly repairs. So if you don't maintain something, then you're going to have to pay for repairs later. Their hard work resulted in an increase in sales. So all the work they've been doing has led to more sales, which means probably more money. Stick to continue doing something without changing. It's important to stick to your study schedule. So if you're learning English, it's important to stick to it so you'll be able to speak English even better than you do. A couple more examples of stick to. If you stick to your plan, you'll achieve your goals sooner. He managed to stick to his diet and lost weight. So he continued to diet, and guess what? The man, he lost weight. Succeed in. To achieve a desired result. The definition is to achieve a desired result. One example, he succeeded in launching his own startup. So, very good. He has a startup company, and he succeeded in getting it off the ground. Congratulations. Two more examples. She succeeded in building a strong team for the project. He succeeded in convincing the board to approve his proposal. What's happening here? She built a strong team for the project. Very good. That was her success. He, on the other hand, convinced the board to approve his proposal. Next one. Vote for. To cast a ballot in favor of someone or something. Many citizens voted for the new environmental regulations. Everyone is encouraged to vote for their favorite contestant. So what would that contestant be in? Is it a beauty contest? Is it a talent show? Second example. I plan to vote for policies that prioritize education and healthcare. To work on. To put effort into improving or completing something. First example, she is currently working on her thesis. She's working on her thesis, and you are probably working on your English, I would imagine. She's working on a new painting for the gallery exhibit. I'd love to see that painting. Would probably be a fascinating exhibit to see. Another example, the developer is working on fixing the app's bugs. He's probably a developer working on applications for your phone, perhaps, or your computer. Anyways, thank you very much for listening.